Hey everyone, it's Paul with the first ever time I have done three number one stocks for three surging trends. That's right, three number one stocks for three surging trends. All right, but before I get going on any of that, some important things to go over. Number one, our disclaimer, not in fine print this week. First of all, not investment advice because we have not considered your personal financial situation, income, age, assets, risk, all of those things, all those very important things. We have not considered it. What we are doing here on this channel or any references to things like my Substack, our subscriptions at ATG Digital Media are opinion, information, engagement, entertainment. Second, past performance does not equal future gains or results. The future is always uncertain and things can go wrong. We can make mistakes and things can take too long. Or else, third one, capital loss. In other words, you can always lose your money, and that is always a risk with any operation, any trade, speculation, investment in financial markets. All right, with that, let's get going with the second thing that I want to tell you about, which is a plug for our business, ATG Digital Media. So I come on YouTube and I talk about all of these stocks, and you may be thinking, well, hey, I'd like to get continuing coverage of these stocks. Where can you get it? Well, go to atgdigital.media. We have subscriptions that begin at $9.99. We also provide some amount of free coverage on my Substack, which you can get at paulmampilli.substack.com. There will be links in the description below in case my handwriting sucks. All right, let's get to the reason why you're watching, which is, hey, there are three timely trends surging right now, and that's just not my opinion. That's based on something that you can see from a very reputable research company called Counterpoint Research, where they say that in terms of adoption, in terms of what they are seeing based on all the research and contacts that they have across the industry, three trends are surging right now: artificial intelligence, digital twins, and real-time or edge computing. Now, this video, I'm not going to go into artificial intelligence. There will be a link above here to really my video, which was about my number one stock for 2023, which was an artificial intelligence stock, Palantir Technologies. And that video will tell you the how, why, when, what, and the catalyst for artificial intelligence, which has worked out, which is that ChatGPT has really set artificial intelligence stocks on fire. Palantir is up, I don't know, 25, 30%. C3AI, a smaller stock, is up 130, 140%. So, being aware of these surging trends is definitely worthwhile. So this video, we're going to talk about digital twins and real-time computing. All right. I'm not going to spend a lot of time describing what digital twins are. You can just check it out on the internet. But in essence, digital twin means that you create a virtual copy of whatever, a factory, a car, a plane, an engine. That's what a digital twin is. The forecast for digital twins is absolutely huge. This might be among the highest growth rates I've seen really for any tech trend that I follow. This is just absolutely massive. 37.5% between 2023 and 2030. And from my monitoring of news every single week, I believe that this forecast is on track to actually become reality. So that would take it from being $11 billion trend to a $156 billion trend. So 37.5% compound annual growth rate. That is just absolutely humongous and huge. Now, in my opinion, the number one stock, this is the big reveal, for digital twins is this tiny little company called Matterport. MTTR is the ticker symbol. It's a $3 stock, which I'm sure all of you will love because people love penny stocks, but it represents an $845 million company, which is in the world of stocks, fairly small. Remember, Apple is a $2 trillion stock. This is very, very, very small. So there is risk, okay? Small stocks just tend to be riskier, all right? The forecast for Matterport from analysts and folks that cover it is for it to grow 17%, and it trades at a price to sales ratio of 6 times sales, which by itself, truthfully, is fairly cheap. I mean, if Matterport can even deliver 17% sales, that's a cheap stock, and that would have it go up. But if that digital twin forecast is right, the macro forecast for digital twin is right, then the estimates for 17% growth for Matterport, they're just simply too low. I mean, Matterport, in my judgment, is the leading digital twin technology company that is out there, the leading digital twin stock that's out there. So if that's the case, then Matterport is going to see huge, huge growth, which is going to matter, obviously, for its stock. And that would mean, its business grows and its stock would grow. Now, if that's the case, 17% is too low. It's going to be something bigger, because if it's the leading stock, it's going to get the biggest amount of business. If it's the leading stock, then all investors are going to come and want to own it, and they will bid the price to sales ratio to, who knows, 15, 20 times sales. I mean, in growth mode, at big growth mode, when there's very little growth, the leading stock always gets a very, very high multiple. So that would mean a absolutely rocket surge in Matterport stock if all of the things that I told you are correct. All right. Next up, real-time or edge computing. The forecast for this is also huge. This is from a company called Report Linker, and their estimate is that between 2022 and 2028, real-time computing, edge computing, 16.8% growth. Now, this is a field that has been around for a while, which is why this growth is not as high as digital twin technology, but still, folks, 16.8%. Trust me on this. This is a very, very high growth rate. And companies that are going to experience anything like this, they are going to get bid higher. They didn't give me the starting point in the research that I was looking for, but it's estimated to get to $111 billion. And the reason I bring that up is because, now you can compare the size of what we're going after, and then you can look at the size of the companies that are in there. So 111 billion, well, that's a lot of money. The number one stock for real-time computing is a stock called Fastly. FSLY is the ticker symbol. This is a $15 stock representing a $1.9 billion company. Forecast for this company, they're not so far away from the macro forecast for real-time computing, edge computing, so about 15%. But the price to sales at 4, yeah, that's just too low. I mean, if Fastly is going to grow at 15%, yeah, 4 times sales, from my experience, is just simply too low. So what's going to happen? Well, if I'm right, people are going to go look at that macro forecast and be like, well, yeah, this company, has a much higher growth rate than what is currently discounted into the stock price. And just like with Matterport, they will come to bid the stock higher. And if that's right, they'll eventually trade at 15 times sales, 12 times sales. That would mean a surging stock price. All right, to recap this video, 3 surging trends: artificial intelligence, digital twins, real-time computing. 3 stocks for these 3 surging trends right now: Palantir Technologies for artificial intelligence, Matterport for digital twins, and Fastly for real-time computing. All right, one last thing before you go. Hey, check out ATG Digital Media, check out my Substack. And if none of those sound good, well, hey, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and then come back next week where I'm going to do the number 1 stock for autonomous trucking. All right, with that, that's it. This is Paul saying goodbye.